Today we're going to bring a manual or auto feeder for your cat or dog. We're going to take a look at it and see what you get. So when you get it out of the box, it comes in a very small box, but everything's compressed in here. Everything's within the actual system itself. Now, a couple options you should know. They give you the actual controller, so you can set up your timer through the controller, or you could automatically auto feed them, manually feed them, your dog or cat, either a puppy or dog. And we're going to take a look at a couple other things. Now, they do have a very important thing here. This is actually to keep the moisture out of the food. And if you could replace these little pads, they sell them online, and you could replace them every couple months or every month. This is pretty good to actually, if you have a damp area or you're setting up a place where your dog and cat is a little dark and it accumulates a lot of bacteria and mold. You don't want to make sure you want to avoid that. This is important, replacing the actual filter, and it keeps the moisture away. Now, this is the actual top of it, right? It gives you one direction how to lock it, how to unlock it, all right? And this is the side of the actual plate. If you guys can see this is where you gotta actually put the stainless steel little plate that they give in here. It's in here, it embeds in here. We're gonna put this together, but first let's go ahead and talk about what's options, right? So buttons are very visible. You got your minus and plus button, and then your setting mode, your power mode, your actual timer, and then a voice command, of course, or voice, because you can actually transmit a tone or your actual audio regarding, hey, feeding time. Now, a couple of things you should know. This is powered two ways. It could be powered by battery, or like it's included with an actual USB plug-in in the right hand, and then there's actually an indentation here where the actual cable comes out, right? So in case of a power outage or you're traveling, you could do both ways. Have it as a backup, all right? If this is perfect for people that are traveling, have cats, and you don't have time to feed them or something happens, they could eat on their own time, on their timer, right? So you could even send them manually, physically send a signal to this thing, all right, by the remote control. If you're on your bed or in the same household, this is simple. The control itself, I like this. This is very ingenious. They have a little hanger here so you can put, if you hang your keys, you can hang this little control in there. There's a little indentation here. I like that. Now, the battery is a simple battery. It tells you right off the front. It's you remove the little plastic. It's in here. Replace it every couple of years, and that's pretty much it. Now, on the battery functions, you got your clock, your set, your plus, your minus, and unlock, on and off, and then feed, and then meal number 2 per day, and 3 meals per day, and 4 meals per day, depending on the actual pet, right? Now, it does give you a couple percentage of how much food is going to actually retrain. So look at your manual. It's included how much you actually need to feed your dog, depending on your dog size. You could do it 2 or 3, 4 little scoops. Depends on the actual animal that you currently have. All right, to set up the timer, you could do 2 ways. You could actually use the button here, or we're going to set up the actual control, your clock. All right, on the clock, we're changing it, and we're going to go minus. We're going to put it to 12:24, and we're going to do 4 cycles of food, all right? On the bottom of the actual system tells you what cycle is it going to go. Is it number 1 cycle, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, all right? So it could go up to 6 cycles. You could set up 6 different programming times. Many different options you can do in here by setting your timer. Now, this is not Wi-Fi capable, so just make sure that it's going to be a manual thing, all right? You cannot do this remotely. You could either use the remote control, or you could do this on manual on the actual system. So let's go ahead and see how many cycles you can do. It's doing the 4 cycles right now. If you guys can see it, it's spinning right now. Very simple. So 12:24, it started in cycle number 1 already, number 2, and number 3. It's going backwards, all right? From number 4 all the way to number 1, all right? It goes back. So very simple, easy to use. I hope you guys enjoy the video.